The Jey Uso experiment has officially failed. Welcome back to Fog Wrestling. Last night, WWE did a battle royal to determine one of the new number one contenders for the World Heavyweight Championship. Obviously, CM Punk. He booked this spot last week, or it might have been 2 weeks ago. Regardless of when it was, he's going to Saturday night's main event because Rollins vacated the belt. They did a battle royal, alright? And like I said last night, had to be one of the worst battle royals in terms of star power you've ever seen. I mean, the match was bad enough, right? Without having to take out Bronson Reed and Big Braun Breaker. And then what does Adam Pearce do? He actually takes both of them out. And that match couldn't afford that. It really couldn't. I mean, you're looking at a match, right, that in terms of star power had AJ Styles, LA Knight, and the Usos. And if you want to throw Kofi Kingston's name in there, because he's a former WWE World Champion, then maybe we can do that. But then you've got the two Brawns who are being labelled as the two guys that injured Seth Rollins. Why do they never pull the trigger on people, right? Don't need to pull it on Bronson Reed, because he's 37, and he beat Roman Reigns, and to be honest, see, in 2025, beating Roman Reigns maybe as well as good at beating somebody for a world title. But Braun Breaker, you've seen Braun Breaker come out in that opening segment with the belt, looking the part, looking like an actual star. Guy's been buried pretty much all of this year, but when he came out with that belt and the sunglasses, he looked the part. It looked like a younger Scott Steiner in the main event Mafia to me, and that's pretty big praise. Now, Jey Uso obviously went on to win the match. He will take on CM Punk. It's completely the wrong decision, and I knew this when it happened last night, and I've woke up and there's been a lot of fallout to this. Now, WWE's YouTube upload of that Battle Royal has over 19,000 dislikes. Now, that was a few hours ago. The dislikes are way higher than the actual likes for the video, so people are not happy with Jey Uso. So we'll actually go on to the video ourselves and find out for ourselves. But I actually believe that Jimmy Uso should have won this match. Well, I say we should have won this match. Let's rule that, and I would have given it to a few other people, but I think there was more of a case for Jimmy Uso to win this match than Jey Uso, because throughout the night, they were going with, oh, Roman's not here, Us, what are we going to do, Us? And it's like, oh, it's every Us for himself, Us, but here, I love you, and we'll help each other. Then throughout the match, Jimmy Uso saved Jey on numerous occasions, which is all very good. And then that one time where Jimmy needed the help of his brother, I think it was it him and LA Knight? Him and LA Knight both got flung over the top rope by Jey. And then, like, the crowd were, like, booing the fuck out of it. So you can't tell that instance. It's like, if there was ever a match to push Jimmy Uso, and here, I'm not saying, maybe there would be the same amount of dislikes, right, if they pushed Jimmy Uso, because honestly, it's practically the same fucking guy at this stage of the game. Let's be real. I know they're twins, and there's a bit of a difference between twins and, like, just normal brothers, because, I mean, like, the Hardy Boys, for example, it's like, yeah, they're not actual twins, but, I mean, they look similar, but WWE did a good job of telling both of them apart. So, in this instance, man, Jimmy, the whole story they were going with, it does not make sense to push Jimmy. The Jey experiments failed, right? Because what happened is, they pushed Jey, they gave him the world title, then, within a couple of months, he loses it, and he just goes to feeling like a jobber teaming with Jimmy. Why not try and push Jimmy Uso? Why not give Jimmy Uso the shot? Because I think Punk's going to win anyway. I believe Punk's going to beat Jimmy Uso. And therefore, it doesn't really matter who Punk's taking on, because no one wanted Jey. And based off the reaction, everyone is slabbering about Bruce Pritchard, saying that he's the one that's forced Jey Uso down our throats. Now, in terms of the actual clip, Jey Uso winning the Battle Royal and will battle CM Punk for the world title, got 390,000 views. I mean, like I said last night in the Raw review, I grew up in an era when the Battle Royals drew mega views, right? And you know what? We could probably actually check that right now. Right? See if you go to oldest, not oldest, sorry, popular, right? Some of the most popular clips in on WWE history will be Battle Royals. And like, as you can see, 12 years ago, 20-man Battle Royal for the vacant World Heavyweight Championship, 156 million views. There is no over-exaggeration here. They draw, and Battle Royals tend to be people... I mean, even look at all the other moments. There's a lot of brawls, and they kind of they're similar to Battle Royals in that degree. But I mean, you see back in the day, man, you used to get millions of Battle Royals, like 41-man Battle Royal for the World Heavyweight Championship. The image I used last night, it was like the 20-man number one contendership for the WWE World Championship, World Heavyweight Championship at WrestleMania 19. Got the likes of Steiner, The Rock, Jericho, Christian, Booker T, Kane, Rob Van Dam, Orton, Batista. And it's like, look at that match last night. Anybody that was like a former champion in that match is an absolute jobber in 2020. The likes of Styles, the likes of Balor, the likes of Kingston, and then obviously Uso, who isn't at least far removed from his world title reign, but he may as well have won it like a decade ago, like the likes of Finn Balor. But tell you what, I'm actually surprised. Well, yeah, that's the one I'm on about. Like, historic 41-man Battle Royal SmackDown. Like, you remember these things? Although, to be honest, I thought that was actually a few years before. Turns out it's not. But as you can see, Jey Uso wins the Battle Royal, and there is a lot of dislikes. Look, I'll even put a wee dislike in, but they're not. Oh, if they censored the amount of dislikes that they've done. Point is, if it was at 19,000, I'd probably say we're probably hovering about 25, maybe 30,000. But anyway, Jey Uso, guys, the experiment has failed. They should never, in a million years, be giving him the opportunity. They just don't know how to book, man. Jey Uso, right, gets pushed down our throat at the start of this year, wins the Rumble, right, then goes on to win the match at Mania, and then has a mediocre world title reign. I'm not saying Jey Uso's 100% solely responsible, but at the end of the day, he is one of these guys that have been a catalyst this year and why the ratings have fucking nosedived across the board. If you look at Raw on Netflix, Jey Uso has been pushed as one of the big stars, so see the drop-off? I'm pinning it on you. See, like on SmackDown, you've got to pin it on Cody Rhodes, because ever since Cody Rhodes defeated Cena for the belt, that is when those ratings have died, and for whatever reason, they just want to continue pushing these guys that are shite. Anyway, till next time, leave a thought down below, and peace.